Welcome back to Kingdom Cast. It's your host, Bad Luck Chuck, and we are back at it with another episode. We're going to give you our post-game reactions from last night's Chiefs and Cardinals preseason matchup. The Chiefs won 17-10. Over to my right is my guy, Boogie. Country's still out right now, but he'll be back on the next episode, y'all. Don't worry. Um, First off, man, last night we did a good job controlling the time of possession. But, we had some issues in the red zone. But other than that, I mean, the offense pretty much did their job. But then on defense, we was pretty much spectacular all across the board. First team, second team, and third team. So to me, it looked like Brett Beach addressed the depth chart pretty well in the offseason. So, Boogie, I'm gonna ask from your perspective first and what you saw last night and what you thought overall.
Yeah, it looked like Beach did a good job, man. I mean, like you said, the corners. That's what I was worried about them corners, man. Hughes looked good. Snead looked good. Ward made that good tackle. He looked good. Juan looked good. He make me eat my words on that. Juan, that pick was crazy. Like defense looked good, man.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that in a sec, dog. Cause we gotta get on you in regards to a little surprise cut prediction in regards to Thornhill, man. As a matter of fact, let's get to that right now, man. Cause you was wild with that prediction not so long ago. Talk about surprise cut. And you forgetting that he got hurt in practice. You know what I mean? He was trying to recover from that injury. So I just didn't believe that the organization would move from him like that. And you saw last night why the Chiefs are going to continue to keep him on the roster because he does have that great ability to be a playmaker on defense. And he did just that last night. So, bro, what the hell was you thinking? That's what I'm
And
going to
he
ask you. What the
and he
hell was you
almost had
thinking with that
another one
prediction?
too.
Yeah. Yeah, earlier in the first half. But, what the hell was you thinking, bro?
I don't know, man. Him practicing with that third team and his injuries. I hope he just stay healthy. That's the thing with him. I know he's talented. Never said he wasn't good, but he got to stay healthy. I hope he do though. Come on, Juan.
But if
I
you
was
want to
wrong
talk
so
about
far. My bad, Juan.
so hopefully you see this and accept your apology. But anyway, if you want to talk about a surprise cut, man, we really need to talk about DeMarcus Robinson, man. We can get to all the positive stuff. Let's get to the negative stuff first. DeMarcus Robinson, Dave told, I don't know why he was experimenting with him back there on punt returns. I was like, Dave, don't do this again, bro. Don't do this again. And then he had him back there again a second time, and he kept seeing the same stuff, holding the ball loose like LaShawn McCoy, running backwards, thinking he's Tyreek or this huge weapon that everybody's afraid of. And I'm just like, dude, it seemed like he hasn't learned, man, because he was kind of doing this last year, just being a receiver. Like sometimes he won't catch the ball and then just go straight to the sticks. He do all this extra stuff, all these juke moves and stuff. And I remember, and you remember this morning, Philip Magruder, he he put that gif out there from next Friday of Mike Evans trying to get away from Baby D. That's exactly how DeMarcus Robinson was running last night, man. Like DeMarcus need to get out of his head, man. Like, dude, like you kind of fortunate that you're in Patrick's circle in a way. Otherwise, dog, I don't know. He might be in some trouble, man. He needs to just get his shit together, man. Honestly.
I don't think he's in trouble because I think he's like our best round blocking receiver. So I think they'll keep him. And it's just a 1 year deal. He's been in the system longer than everybody but what, Tyreek for real. So they'll keep him at least this year. But yeah, I don't know about him on special teams. Stick with Hughes, maybe McKinnon, not Robinson. Let's just keep him at receiver.
Right. Hell no. We don't need that right now. I don't understand what was going through the coach's mind during the week. They're saying, okay, let's go and experiment with DeMarcus Robinson and see if he take on a bigger role. Like,
But they
no,
was
he's not
trying
doing it.
everybody back there though. It wasn't just him.
I know. They tried
Yeah,
Dieter back there, and I said, no.
yeah.
You
Notice
shouldn't
that
try
too.
Dieter back there either. No. But yeah, man, Mike Hughes, I think that should be solidified, man. Let Mike Hughes return punts. You know?
Yeah.
And speaking of Mike Hughes, man, like he balled out last night on defense, man. On two of those pass breakups, he ripped the ball out the receiver's hands, man. And there was just some incredible plays he's making, man. Like him and DeAndre Baker, man. It's a little close for that third cornerback spot, but I'll give it a slight edge to Hughes for right now. But both of those guys been making some plays, man. Been making some strong cases to be cornerback number 3 on the team.
I'm the same way. I think Q's a little bit better so far this with how we go use him. Cause how Sneak go inside. I like him out there, Hughes out there. But Baker, he played better than I thought so far coming out that crazy injury again. He didn't bounce back way better than I thought. So I'm cool with that. We'll keep him for now. Keep him at the fourth one.
Yeah, and like Legere Sneak, he looks ready, dog. Like I said this on Twitter already. I said I think Sneak is sneaking to that top 10 by the end of the season as far as like cornerbacks, because he really been that good, man. Last night, whenever the receivers did catch the ball in this area, they barely got any yards. I've seen like 3-yard catches, 4-yard catches. Like he was right there on them, man. So I think Legarius is really that good, man, and he's one of the guys that's pretty much slept on throughout the league for the most part.
I liked how Ward was playing too, man. Ward had that down year last year. Everybody forgot about.
Yeah, you remember Ward made a run stopping play on James Conner, and like Chris Jones kind of opened it up. Chris Jones and Ward kind of opened it up a bit for him to get to the outside and make the play. That was a hell of a tackle.
Yeah, that's
Ward playing.
Yeah, Ward. He would have did that in the regular season game. That would have been crazy. We would have been at Arrowhead with that. That was a momentum tackle right there.
Yeah, Ward been playing his ass off too, man. I've been pressing him in the regular season, the preseason, but overall, man, everybody just been balling out, man. I know everybody's talking about that front seven, man. Everybody keeps talking about the front seven for last night, because I didn't see anybody who didn't show up in the front seven, man. Like everybody across the board pretty much made a play, man. Or everybody was right there in the action, dog. Like Chris Jones, of course, he's an all-pro talent. And he's looking like a guy that, if things go his way, he could be a Defensive Player of the Year candidate by season's end. You got Warden. Yeah. We mentioned Warden already. Warden was getting off the ball well again, getting in the backfield, creating havoc. You got Tim Ward. Tim Ward did a good job. You got Colin Saunders was getting in there too on a couple plays. So
Reed. You didn't say Reed.
I was about to get to him.
That's
Jerron
crazy.
Reed, man. Jerron Reed, man, that was a key acquisition Brett Beach got over in the offseason. He was wreaking havoc too, man. So the overall, the defensive line was just punking Arizona's offensive line with ease for the most part.
Yeah, they play like that. That's gonna make them corners better too. So when they playing like that, Chris Jones getting forced fumbles, getting a sack a game even in preseason, that's crazy, man. Chris Jones he trying to be top 5 defensive player in the league, man. Like he on another level right now.
Yep, most definitely. And to me, man, he just look beastly no matter where he lines up on the field, man. Because most of those plays he made last night, he was on the end instead of a defensive tackle. I remember on a sack when he beat DJ Humphrey to the spot, man. He did a good job using his hands to create that separation and get in the backfield. Like DJ Humphrey had no chance. And then he was also good against the run as well.
And we said all that, we didn't even bring up Frank Clark. That's crazy.
Yeah, like I couldn't even tell if Frank Clark was out there. Was he out there?
Nah, but I'm saying that's how good the D line is.
Yeah, because we have yet to see Frank Clark in action, see what he can do. So I think we're straight, man. It looks like we're straight on that end. And then as far as the linebackers go, I was impressed with Willie Gay, man. Willie Gay, he was doing what he's been doing all throughout camp. He looked pretty good out there. So I'm looking forward to seeing him make a bunch of plays for us this season.
Yeah, and Hitchens still too, man. Hitchens act like he tired of us talking about these little young linebackers, man. He want to have a good year this year.
I think him losing that weight was key for him because he definitely looks faster. He looks faster on that football field. And then also like the other great part is that I know I don't want to keep slandering this guy, but I think the majority of Chiefs Kingdom can agree with me on this that Ben Neiman, we're seeing less and less of Ben Neiman out there, and I think that's a good sign. I think Ben Neiman should shortly focus on just being a special teamer for the most part, man. If we need you on defense to fill in for like a play here and there, okay, but yeah, you need those snap count reduced, man. I think our linebackers are solidifying themselves, man. And like Bolton, Bolton, he's gonna continue to improve and everything, but the real standout in that linebacker core for last night was Willie Gay. I was more impressed with Willie Gay than everybody for last night on that end.
I wonder can this defense really put it all together though? That's gonna be the question. Like it's like we never can get all of them playing good at the same time. We have one group play good, not all the other two. I wonder can we get all of them to be on the same thing all year? Be crazy with that D line like that.
Yeah, I'm curious to see that too, man. I'm really trying to get super hype off preseason, but I can't help what I'm saying right now because all these teams they're not gonna show everything as far as what they're gonna do leading up to the regular season. So, but the boys look good, man. Clarence, what's up, man? Thank
What's
you for
up,
tuning
Claire?
in. But yeah, I think we pretty much addressed the defensive side of the ball. Defense gets an A+ for me, man. They hardly gave up any big plays, man. I think they gave up like two big plays, probably 2 or 3 big plays, and that was it. So
Yeah, defense. Yeah, Spags got him. He trying to be a head coach. He make this defense a top 10 defense. He going to get him a job somewhere.
yeah, yeah, definitely. And it's not like Spags ain't been a head coach before. It just didn't work
Hmm.
out with the Rams. If he does get a job somewhere else, it might be a little different. So we'll just have to see on that. But yeah, Clarence, let's get to the offense, man. We're gonna get to the offense here real quick. Let's get to the trenches, man. Let's get to the offensive line. The right side of that offensive line was super duper impressive. I was really, really impressed with those young guys, man. Niang, I didn't see him get beat. The defense ends up having a rough time um, trying to get by him and, make a play and everything. Niang was just like a stone wall out there on the outside, man. He did a good
Yeah,
job redirecting guys. He did a good job using his strength. And then Trey Smith, he continues to be a dog. He continues to show that nastiness up front. But overall, man, the standout to me was Creed Humphrey, man. We need to talk about Creed Humphrey again. We haven't seen him play a regular season game yet, but I think at some point in the future, just based on how I've seen him play the center position overall, he can make an All-Pro team at some point in his NFL career. That's the type of talent that Creed Humphrey has right now. He was good against the run. I barely seen running backs get stopped in the backfield. Like majority of the carries, the guys were just moving forward, continue to move forward, and then it got to the point where Darvin Thompson even looked good on certain runs, even though at times he was doing too much. I don't know why the hell he was hurdling, but that's another story.
he was jumping over dudes' heads, all types of stuff. But he did look
I
good
didn't
though.
get that. I didn't get that. I'm like, bro, just lower the shoulder, man. You didn't do all that extra stuff. But anyway, Creed Humphrey was good in pass protection as well, man. Um, like them young boys, they gonna be ready, dog. I don't think we should really be concerned about our offensive line and having this young group, man. I know, like on a few plays, I will say this for Arizona, the guy that really stood out for me on their defense was Zayvon Collins, and that was a guy that a lot of Chiefs fans love. Heading to the draft, being as a possible selection. I know on one play, I think it was second down, Zayvon Collins got underneath Orlando Brown and made a tackle for a loss. Like him and Isaiah Simmons, they was doing a good job fitting the holes that was opening up and closing them up immediately and getting to their spots to make a play. So I was impressed with those guys on Arizona. Let's see here. Clarence said, I I like that they went young on the line. Youth will be the key for the opener against Myles Garrett. Yeah, absolutely. That's gonna be a test.
That's gonna be crazy. And Clowney too, man.
Yeah, Clowney, he's more of a run stopper, man. Like, I think people really need to just come to that conclusion because I know a lot of people was expecting him to be a pass rusher, and like when you look at his highlight, his biggest highlight of his college career is just showing him stopping and running back in the backfield and blowing his helmet off his face. So that should have gave you a clue right there into knowing what kind of player he was going to be. He was just going to be a run stopper specialist for the most part, and may get some sacks here and there. So, but we'll get to the Browns game later on. Let's get back to last night. Orlando Brown did a good job. Joe Tooney, he's showing why he deserved the $18 million per year he's getting paid. So overall, man, I get the whole line of A, man.
Yeah, like you said, Niang look good. Everybody look good, man. I know I was worried about Niang to start the season. Remember he was overweight. Remember all that? He looked like he way better now, man. So let's see. It's still early, but
people was freaking out, man, because I was like, okay, yes, he looks out of shape right now, but he's got plenty of time to get in game shape. Yeah, y'all act like he's close to OTAs or is close to training camp where he won't be ready to get out there and learn and improve over time. And I said on the podcast not like a few months back that the Rimmers pack was going up. The Mike Rimmers pack was going up. Now I will say this: Rimmers was hurt. He's hurt in the beginning of camp, and it opened it up a little more for Niang to try to take that spot. But either way it go, I said Niang's going to start. He was going to eventually start over Rimmers, and it's looking to be that way. So I'm pretty pleased.
Hopefully Kyle Long is the next man up, even if it's a tackle if somebody get hurt.
Right. Yeah, the Kyle Long, he probably just have to be Kyle Long, he'll probably end up being maybe a swing guy or Mike Rimmers, one of those two. Because I know they can play both sides. Both of them have played both sides of the line before.
Then LDT be the first up on the inside with the guard.
Is LDT is he still gonna? You think he still be on the team?
Is he the surprise cut? I think we'll keep him, man. We seen how that Super Bowl was. I don't know if they want to get rid of the offensive lineman.
Yeah, I mean you got a point there. So we'll have to see on that, but let's get to the offense overall, man. There's a line issue going on with our offense right now, and it's carried over from last season, man. We did a good job of time possession, but when we got to the red zone, we had all kinds of issues, man. Like I knew because I made a prediction for the game that McCole was going to find the end zone. Patrick's going to try to get some confidence in him, and it was looking like that, dog. Because first two plays, Mahomes and Hartman hooked up on, they looked fine, but when they got in the red zone, they was just a little off. I remember Mahomes rolled out to the left, and he looked like he was just late on the throw, man. Because I felt like as soon as McCole broke, to the back in the end zone, Mahomes should have just threw the ball immediately. I felt like Mahomes was just a little late in throwing the ball, and it ended up being wide. And then on the second play, he was just he just overthrew him just a little bit. McCole got the separation and everything. He just missed him by the fingertips. So that was kind of frustrating on that end. But then on the next possession in the second quarter, when they was going on the other end, they got down to the red zone. Mahomes and Hartman was getting frustrated at each other again. It carried over, and it looked like it carried over from last season because last season you've seen quite often that Mahomes and Hartman was, talking to each other, kind of yelling at each other. Mainly Mahomes was like, yo, keep going, keep run through your route, finish your route and everything. And it looked like the same thing last night because McCole was running like an underneath route and he kind of hesitated. And Mahomes was like, man, keep going. Something's going to open up. But then on the next play, McCole got to his spot on that third down, and Mahomes should have I think Mahomes had a little crease to slide up in the pocket and find him, and that would have been a touchdown. But instead, Mahomes got caught up in rolling out and, try to force the issue and ended up getting interceptions. So it's kind of a concern right now with Mahomes and Hardman, man. What did you think about that?
I don't think it's a concern at all. I think we seen some good out of McCall this week. He got us a touchdown. We seen him get open. We seen him. The chemistry is getting better. We know it's at least getting better. We got receiver number two.
Yeah, like
They
I know because
targeted
I know
him
some.
8 times yesterday, man. Remember we was talking about them targets? That's 8
Yeah,
targets yesterday. I know
yeah,
no
and also
Tyreek, and it's preseason, but this what it's for. They supposed to mess up now.
yeah, like I remember I think Chiefs highlight. I think that's the account on Twitter. He posted what the Chiefs have done without Tyreek, and he posted that Raiders game when we scored all of our points in the first quarter, and that was without Tyreek, and everything was clicking in. So I mean, we can get to that point again. You know what I mean? I just felt like all the stuff in the offseason about McCole not being able to link up with Mahomes for whatever reason, and actually try to get that chemistry down even better. And it just looked like, and it did kind of look like that last night, man. You know, but like you said, man, it's preseason. You're able to get away with making mistakes before the real thing starts. So hopefully when the real thing starts, it won't be much of an issue. But it just looked bad, man. It just
You
looked bad.
bad?
I mean, it kind of did, bro. Like, I'm not blaming it all on McCole because some of that was on Patrick Mahomes too.
Yeah, but we know Andy Reid is go. Andy Reid is go get McCole open. McCole was showing us he could get open. He made some catches. He got a touchdown that wasn't with Mahomes, but I thought the receivers looked good for real.
I mean, we all hoping for him to take a leap. And speaking of guys who took a leap last night, man, I think Pringle should be wide receiver number 3 because Pringle he showed out. He made big plays. He showed toughness in blocking in the run game as well, man. I think it's time for him to move up because the Marcus, man, he's showing that. Yeah, he's showing that he don't want it, man. Pringle looked more impressive. Like him and Mahomes, they was definitely on the same page last night.
Yeah,
And of course, Eddie got in there too.
yeah, Pringle looked good last night. Just back-to-back weeks. Quinn called that out too, man. That was a good game.
Yep.
Let's see if we can
Yep.
build on that. Yeah, Fountain looked good. He looked like he might be a different type of receiver we don't have though.
Oh yeah, cause like he's definitely one of those guys that could be an outside guy. You know what I mean? Cause like the way the receiver depth chart is looking right now, man. The Marcus better get together, man. Cause at some point, Fountain might get the opportunity, and then you never know. And Fountain, he showed toughness when he got smacked over in the middle, and he's
Yeah,
able
I
to hold on
like
to the
that.
ball.
But I don't know
Definitely.
if we talking about cutting DeMarcus for Fountain. I don't know about that shit. That
Yeah.
system too hard for first year rookies.
Yeah.
That'd be
You know, me
crazy.
time say I see a lot of people on Twitter say, "How did the Chiefs get Chris Jones and Jerron Reed?" Hey, we're blessed, man. That's all I gotta say on that.
Chris, yeah.
I don't understand how D-Rod runs with the ball. Hey, we addressed that earlier, right before you got on, man. I don't understand
We
either,
said that
dog.
last year too, like you said.
So I don't know,
Try it
man.
out in preseason. He ain't gonna do it in regular season this year.
But to me, man, it kind of feels like at this point, dog, unless McCole just gets it together, you know what I mean? I mean, like we said earlier, somebody got to get them targets, the missing targets from Sammy Watkins leaving. So it's gonna be him, DeMarcus if he gets it together, or somebody else, but or Pringle. But at the end of the day, man, it's looking like Travis Kelce. We could be in a situation where Travis Kelce could get force fed double-digit targets per game. It look like he get 10 targets per game, and then Tyreek might get close to that as well. So I don't know.
We'll see. McCole get his, man.
I like Gordo.
I did
Man,
too.
But
Besides
hold
that
on.
crazy run.
But hold on, man. he chose not to go for the glory last night. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
what was that?
I mean,
Did he think that was the touchdown?
uh, nah, man.
That's what
Like,
Riddick
I don't
said.
know.
It looked like it.
I don't know, man. But hey, I guess that's a smart play too. You know, they had no timeouts left. You know, just take a knee, run the clock out. But at preseason, dog, you kind of want to go for the glory, man. Like the wins and losses don't matter in the preseason. Shoot, get yours, bro.
Yeah, that was crazy. I was like, what was that about? But he looked good, man. Chiefs always find a good running back. We can stash a running back.
Right. And during that run, dog, we need to talk about Jody Fortson because Jody Fortson had some good blocks last night, man. And we was talking about that in the chat, bro. We was like, we need to see Jody Fortson improve in the blocking game, and he did just that last night. And I was like, all right, that's what I want to see. You know, make the decision harder. You know.
Yeah, I don't. Man, that's gonna be crazy. Practice squad, but I don't know. We only kept what 2 tight ends last year. How many we go keep?
Well, last year, I mean, I think we technically did keep 4 because I know it was
We
Kelsey,
kept 4.
um, 4 tight ends because I know it was Kelsey, Seals Jones, Kaiser, and somebody else. I think Yelder. I think Yelder was the other tight end. So we did get to see all
All
4
4
tight
at
ends
the
out there.
same time.
Yeah, they all got to play, but I
Mm.
don't know.
Well, if that's the case, we got to keep forcing. Then
Yeah, I
we
mean,
keeping Gray.
either way it go, Force is gonna be in the organization anyway. Whether he makes the roster or the practice squad, like he'll get ready. He'll be ready at all times, you know, just in case his name does get called. So I'm not worried about that. Uh, Youngie Ty said, you can tell Bowden is starting to understand his role on the defense. Yeah, he is starting to understand a little more. Like, I wasn't concerned at all, man. I know what type of player Nick Bowden is. I watched him at Mizzou. So he's still got a little bit more to learn, but he's improving by the week. He'll be ready to go.
I can't wait to see him. Yeah, when they really count.
Let's see, James Winchester. Yeah, the special teamer Winchester. Yep, definitely. He's like a emergency break the glass type of dude. So
Oh yeah, he's secure.
Nick Thorbear. Yep. Yeah, we talking about Burton, the fullback. He had some
Yeah, he
hustle and he
did.
did blocks, including that
He
short
did.
pass. It could have been a loss.
That's
Yep.
2 straight weeks of Burden too. Low
Yep.
key.
Burton looked kind of quick out there though when he got that rock. I was like, okay, I see you, big dog. I see you moving out there a bit. So yeah, definitely like what I saw from him as well last night. So now that we got our second preseason game out the way, I think to expect our last preseason game, I think we should expect majority of the starters, if not all of them, maybe chill. At least our key guys, you know what I mean? This is a little different this time because normally in the third preseason game, Andy Reid will have his guys play the whole half and into the third quarter. But I don't think it'll be the case this time around since it's a little different.
So, is it safe to say if you playing a lot this next game, you are a cut candidate?
I think you have to say. I think you have to go there, man. I think we have to
Okay.
go there. Yeah, clearance, man. Yeah, I think the first team did enough. Myself, man. Despite
Yeah.
the red zone issues we had last night, but did a good job time possession. I mean, that's all you can really ask for. Offensive line did their job too. So, speed up cut candidates, man. We need to talk about Shane Bouchel last night. Bouchel looked pretty good out there playing quarterback. And this guy went undrafted, and he played college ball at Texas and SMU. So I think because I don't know if it's a joke or not, but my guy Jamie Jackson, shout out to him. He's talking about using the Dolphins as like trade bait, talking about, hey, he might be a young Marino in the future. Give us a draft pick for him, y'all be straight. So that was pretty funny. But Bouchel, he's talent. He's a talent. You know what I mean? And I think he should be our third guy.
Practice squad. We're gonna need that spot.
So you think Chiefs only do 2 quarterbacks as far as
Yeah.
that 53?
For now, yeah. I would.
I can see that because we don't expect Mahomes to really get hurt like that. Young Ty said Turk Wharton like he playing for some years. Yeah, man. Wharton, he
That D
balling, dog.
line, man.
And like
Trenches is crazy.
And I remember in camp, like when I went the very first day, after camp was over with, he was teaching some of the young guys that's just trying to make it to the NFL. He was teaching them different techniques after practice and everything. So he out there getting that veteran presence already, which is crazy. And we gotta give it up to the Chiefs scouting team overall because we like to give Brett Beach majority, if not all, the credit, but he can't do it all by himself. So you gotta give credit to the scouts and the Chiefs organization as well as far as finding these undrafted players, man, because they're doing a very good job and doing that, finding the talent that way as well. So
Yeah.
After we pretty much broke everything down. As far as like a guy, I'm gonna ask you this, Boogie. Name one guy that's like on the cut line right now that you for sure think is gonna make the team when it's all said and done.
On the cut line. I guess it depends. Is Finn on the cut line?
I think Finn's safe, bro.
Okay. Dirty Dan on the cut line? No, we don't think he is. No.
Nah, man.
Uh,
Dan's getting kept around.
who would be considered on the cut line to you?
Like guys like Doris Fountain, Marcus Kemp, DiCaprio Boodle, Amari Cobb, Dorian O'Daniel, Armani Watts, guys like that. Yeah,
Like
Devon Key.
Darwin Time. Devon
Key, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't say him right now. I probably say I'll say Fountain. Out of all those people you just listed, Fountain looked the best. I still like what Marcus Kemp been doing, plus what he do on special teams. So he probably been the closest to safest. Yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah, I'm on the Doris Fountain train, man. I've been on that train for quite a while now, man. I'm liking what I'm seeing throughout camp. Camp is in it, but I like what I saw every time I went out there and what he's done in the game so far. So I think he'll make the team as a sixth guy. But like you said, Marcus Kemp, he's been in the organization longer. He's a good special teamer, so that's gonna be interesting. Fountain can do his thing on special teams too, and then hey, it's gonna be close. I'll name somebody on defense, man.
You have Devin Key making the team still?
Devon Key, I like the kid. You know what I mean? Last night you can't really put that touchdown on him because the Cardinals quarterback just threw a good ball, man. Like there's nothing you can really do about that. Other than that, Kemp's been all right. Other than that, Devon Key's been all right. But there's one guy on defense I would love to see make the team, and that guy is DiCaprio Boodle. If there's some type of way to get him on the squad, man, whether it's a special teamer or one of the slot guys. If he were to make the team, he'll be a special teamer more than likely. But Boodle, man, he's been balling, man. And for a guy his size, just the things he's done on the field so far, it's impressed me. Because he got sacked last night.
Yeah. I was just going to say that sack he got, man, that was crazy. That corner, it's going to be tough. How many corners we keeping?
Let's see. You got Snead, you got Ward, you got Hughes, you got Baker, you got Fenton. So that's 5 right there. I don't know if they. So yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I mean, it would be a great story for Bouchel to make the team, but it'll be tough. But I'm just a fan of the guy, man. I'm a fan of the guy. I'm a fan of what he's done.
Yeah.
And I want to shout out Craig Stout because that was one of his guys that he mentioned when he got on the episode with us, that he told us to look out for DiCaprio Bouchel. And Bouchel has been doing his job. So, let's see here.
With Tim Ward and Colin Saunders, I guess.
Yeah.
Whose roster spot is Fortune taking?
I mean, the only spot he can take is Blake Bell's, but it's kind of tough.
I seen somebody talk about that though. Why is Blake Bell guaranteed to make the roster?
Just because he played for us before, he's familiar with the system. But Fortson's familiar with the system too. It's just that Fortson ain't never had an opportunity before. See, Kando looked good last night too. Yeah, Kando did look good last night as well. He got in the backfield a few times. See, Clarence said he think Kemp and Fountain make the squad. So you talking about? Let's see, we talking about Tyreek,
McCall,
Martin, Robinson,
3,
Pringle,
4,
and then Powell. 7 receivers. I don't know about 7 receivers.
Is Powell going to the practice squad?
You think so?
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see, man. Because, I mean, I don't know the full details about that because he got drafted in the late rounds. And, like, I would kind of have to go look at, I guess, like, the eligibility requirements as far as his drafted position and him being on practice squad. So, I don't think he goes anywhere anyway. Yeah, Clarence just said Powell going to practice squad. I think he keeps 6 this year. Yeah, I think he keeps 6 too, Clarence. So, but other than that, bro, got anything else you want to hit on before we head on out?
What about the injuries? Was we all good on injuries? I didn't see that.
Oh yeah, we definitely need to address that. Clyde Edwards-Helaire got an ankle sprain. I heard it's nothing serious. But I know somebody mentioned last night how Arizona's field didn't look in great shape, and yeah, I seen how the middle of the field was looking. But I think people forget that Arizona, like they roll their turf in and out of the dome. So sometimes they'll have their practices outside the dome, and sometimes they'll have their practices inside the dome. So that's why the field was kind of looking like that last night. And that's how they run their camp and practices and stuff.
Clyde had an ankle injury last year too, right?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he got it was against the Saints. He kind of got rolled up on. So, but yeah. Other than that, man, there wasn't really any major injuries. For real. So that's another good sign. We keep avoiding the injury bug, the major injury bug. So hopefully we keep that up for one more game, and then we'll be ready to rock, dog.
One more, man.
I just can't wait for the real thing to start, man. I reached that point. I'm like, yo, let's get to the real thing, man.
Yeah, I'm ready to be on the Cleveland.
Man, yeah, because here's the thing. Cleveland, man, they've been doing a lot of talking. They fans doing a lot of talking. And even some fans that aren't fans of the Chiefs and Browns, they've been doing a lot of talking about the Chiefs getting knocked off in the first week. So, but like I said, we're gonna get to that later on when game week comes. You know what I mean? So
can't wait.
But that being said, man, I want to thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Kingdom Cast. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment, share on all the social media platforms. And yeah, we definitely get that like button up on YouTube, dog. Y'all not liking the YouTube page enough, man, or the episodes enough. We need to start getting more likes on them YouTube episodes, man. So I will definitely appreciate that if y'all can do that for us. Till the next episode, we out of here.
Peace.